Hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Pluto of Pluto's Muse here, back with another timeless pick a card reading, and this one is titled, How Are Others Perceiving Your Growth? Alright, so this reading is intended to give you some sort of insight on how people are currently viewing you as you go through an ascension, as you elevate, as you evolve. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Everything may not resonate, and that's completely fine. If you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. You have 6 options to choose from on the screen. Choose however many you want. If more than one resonates, that's great. If not, that's okay. That's fine with me. Take what resonates and leave the rest, like I said before, and let's get started. Hi, pile 1. You're the pile that chose image 1. Before we actually get into your message, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 29, 14, 20, 13, and 13 again. Some of y'all could be seeing 13, 13. Somebody could be born on the 13th. All right. Somebody could also be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. I'm getting Pisces or Aquarius, Taurus or Gemini, Leo, Scorpio again, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Moon in specific. Someone could be an Aries, Virgo, or Gemini. Yeah. I don't know if you have those placements in your chart. I don't know if these are people that are perceiving your growth, but this is how they are perceiving you. Now, when it comes to your growth, pile 1, I definitely feel like you are shining right now. There's a lot of energy that is being brought to attention in your pile. Like, there's something here about people having all eyes on you, a lot of focus on you, maybe a lot of people curious about what you're going through or what it is that you're building for yourself now, especially if you are someone that has attracted your energy more than you have in the past. All right. I think a lot of times the way people may have viewed you prior to this growth was less serious than they do now. There's something here about you being like a funny type of person, playful type of person. Maybe you went out more. Maybe you were someone that was inviting people out more, or you were someone that was more focused on being in the mix rather than being someone that was leading. All right. But there's something here about you leading at this current time in your life, where people feeling like you finally took advantage of dreams that you may have had in place. This is how people are perceiving your growth. People feel like you're viewing the world from a higher perspective. You have a bigger view of what you want to build for yourself. And for a lot of you, the people that are seeing this out of you are friends. So again, if you were someone that was a bit stubborn in the past, maybe had a lot of ideas but didn't implement them, talked a lot about what you wanted to manifest, but never fully stepped out there and did it, or never really went as hard as they needed to consistently see growth. There's something here about them seeing you be consistent. And this could be in your health goals. This could be in your financial goals. This could be in regards to creative hobbies, talents, things like that. There's a lot of people that may not see you as much as they used to, or may not know as much about your life as they used to, but they recognize that you're working hard. All right. They can tell that you're working hard. I'm also getting a lot of people are seeing you as being more optimistic or positive than you were in the past. So whether you know this or not, maybe in the past, some of you could have came off a bit moodier, or you showed up in a way that made people feel like even if you were acting happy, you weren't that happy. You weren't genuinely enjoying the life that you were creating. Or, even if you were out and partying, it may have been a distraction, right? People could have felt like you were spending your time I'm hearing wasting your time even. Some people could have felt like you were wasting your time partying a lot or doing things that really didn't serve you, just because you weren't prepared or confident enough to go after your dreams. Or maybe you just weren't mentally prepared enough. That's what I wanted to say. Mentally or emotionally prepared enough to do what you wanted to do. You didn't have a lot of faith in what you were creating for yourself. But people are recognizing that you have faith now. Not only that, for somebody in specific, there could be something here about like passed over loved ones or people that you've lost along the way, or, they could still be alive. These could be people that are still alive, but friends or lovers and connections that have, fallen to the wayside or that have completely been removed from your life. There's something here about people viewing you and seeing all these things change around you and all these endings happen around you, and you still be able to come out on top. These people are watching you. A lot of you don't even realize, or maybe you do realize, but a lot of you don't even realize that there are people that are really happy to see you grow. They're really celebrating you right now. These people feel like you didn't give up, or you're not giving up now. I feel like there's still goals that you want to implement, or things that you want to achieve for yourself. And these people are seeing that you're willing to wait for what you deserve, or you're willing to keep going, even if you can't yet receive the fruits of your labor. There will be fruit. I'm getting some people know that there's a harvest season coming for you, or you are currently in your harvest season, and they're really excited for you. You've been honest with yourself about what you needed to fix. You've been honest with yourself about what you really wanted to accomplish. You trust your intuition, you trust the universe, you trust your guides, and you made a way. So how people are perceiving your growth, they feel like you made it. They feel like you made it. Whatever you wanted to do, you wanted to move forward with an idea. You wanted to physically move. You wanted to start that business. You wanted to change your aesthetic. You wanted to leave that relationship. You wanted to level up after heartbreak. You wanted to do whatever you wanted to do. And I'm getting whatever you put out there, you accomplished. There was potential for you to accomplish it in the past, and you took heed when it came to whatever the potential was, and now you're in it. Now you are who you think you are. You are who you say you are. You are who you thought you would have been. This is how people are perceiving your growth. So good for you, Power One. We love this for you. We really do. People are perceiving you as someone that, you're a valuable player when it comes to the groups or teams that you are included in. People feel like they see your value now. If they didn't see your value before, they definitely see it now. They definitely recognize that you have the capabilities of manifesting major change in your life and possibly even in the lives of others. Some of you are really serving as inspiration for people around you. If they're not showing you or telling you this, like they really are applauding you behind your back. Pile one, there are people who are seeing what you're doing or seeing how you're changing, and they love this for you. They love how much you've grown. Yeah. This is giving me like the vibe of someone that like, how some people, how they say confidence, like true confidence is quiet. I'm getting that vibe. Like, I don't know if in the past you were someone that was really like loud and big and bold or showy, and you were really trying to get people's attention, or you were really trying to let people know that you were doing well. Like maybe you were telling people you were making money. Maybe you were showing off that you had certain things going on. Maybe you were, trying to flash and flex and things like that. And there's something here about like not needing to tell people. You're showing people what it is without telling them. In the past, you were telling. In the present, you're showing. Okay? In the past, you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this, or I got this going on, I got this going on, I got that going on, da, da, da. And people didn't see it. People didn't know. People didn't believe it. People weren't able to validate you in whatever it was that you were saying you were going to be. But now it's like they don't, I don't even think you're seeking validation from people. It looks like you're the type of person that like keeps your head down and does the work and levels up. And there are people that are watching you that, again, some people who possibly didn't believe in you, some people who knew that you had it in you and, were just hoping to see you go through with it. Some people who were just on the outside who had no idea that you were, there's people who have no idea where you came from that are very impressed by who you are today. If you were to share your story with people who you came into contact with, they would be very, very, very inspired by who you are. Pile one. Yeah. Because I don't think who you are right now is even, I want to say it isn't, you've gone through a 180 change. Some of you are not like who you used to be. And this is a good thing. So there's something here where it's like who you are now. If you were to tell people who you were back then, it would be remarkable to these people. To know how much you've changed, to see how much you've grown. Yeah. To see what cycles you've completed. Your growth is very impactful. And if you're not sharing your growth or your story with other people, I highly recommend it in this pile, for sure. Okay, you're a light for a lot of people. So this is what I have for pile 1. This is how people are currently perceiving your growth. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Talk to you guys later. Hi, pile 2. You're the pile that chose image 2. All right, before we actually get into your pile, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 39. I'm seeing 29, I'm seeing 40, I'm seeing 15, I'm seeing 1. All right, these could be relevant numbers for you. It's funny too because it's actually a card out here that has rain on it, and it's raining currently where I am. That could be relevant for somebody in this pile. Rain to me is symbolic of like cleansings and things like that. Also, the picture that you chose in this pile is of that money talks. Money talks, that cat meme. I don't know if you guys know about this cat meme, but some of y'all got the dirty cash, I want you. Y'all got that cat. So there's something about you being very popular. Pile 2, some of you could be very popular, or you became very popular. This is something that people are talking about when it comes to your growth, or this is how they're perceiving you. People are perceiving you as popular. Also, let me finish the signs and the numbers. Why did my mind go? My mind bounced around. Okay, so somebody could be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Somebody could be a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Taurus Moon in specific. Somebody could be a Gemini. Somebody could be a Scorpio or Sagittarius. Someone could be a Aries or Taurus. Getting Capricorn or Aquarius. Somebody could be a Virgo. Somebody could be a Cancer or a Gemini. I'm seeing Virgo again. Aries, Sagittarius, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now, funny enough, forgot what the picture was, had to look it back up, and then I realized it was the Money Talks cat. Then I also, before I was getting into your pile, I was hearing what is it? A Lovely Night. Which is a song from, I don't even know if it's titled A Lovely Night, but it is the song from Brandy Cinderella. Okay, so somebody in here, you could like that movie, or somebody, you could have like a Cinderella story to you, pile 2. Maybe some of you guys come from a family where you were seen as less than, or maybe you were a bit impoverished. Maybe the people that are currently perceiving your growth in this pile are family. For others of you, this could be like a love thing. Maybe there's people around you that previously viewed you as being someone that needed assistance, needed love, needed help, and now you're in a phase of life where you've gone through some sort of glow up. You went through a glow up, and now money talks, right? Now, this is the thing. How people are perceiving you is they want to shoot their shot, pile 2. A lot of people want to shoot their shot. A lot of people interested in you romantically. And whether the signs that I named are your signs or someone else's. Did I say somebody could have a Taurus moon? I don't know if I did, but that's up here. I think I did say that. A lot of people, or the Taurus moon that we had, could have been significant for somebody. But there's a lot of people that are viewing you as someone that they want to connect with. I'm also getting a vibe here that if any of you were like in some sort of serious relationship, like you were off limits in the past, you were the type of person that was like, oh no, I have this one person in mind, this is my partner, whatever it is. There are people in your energy, excuse me, that could be viewing you as single right now and waiting for what you want. Like, you've gotten choosy. I feel like somebody went from like a real serious lover girl, lover boy, very committed, very stuck to their partner, rose colored glasses, in love with someone, and now you're in like a man eater, heartbreaker type of phase. And I don't feel like you're intentionally breaking hearts, but some of you guys are just so fine. Somebody in this pile is so fine that they are breaking people's hearts. Like, I think a lot of people in the past viewed you as commitment material. Pile 2. There was a lot of people that wanted to talk to you, but knew you were super dedicated to somebody. Or there were a lot of people that felt like you would be a great partner, but maybe you were super focused on, I don't know, some of you could have been like closed off. Like you didn't want to be bothered. You didn't want to be seen. If you weren't in a relationship, maybe you were someone, again, like if you weren't actually in a relationship, maybe you had more traditional views. Maybe you were aiming to be with a certain type of person or something like that. And now it kind of feels like you do still want to be in love. I don't feel like people are viewing you as not wanting to be in love or not being as focused on love, but it's something here where it's like some of you have become way more practical than you were in the past. If you weren't operating from a space of practicality, if you were more focused on holding on to someone or clinging to a certain relationship rather than aligning with what it is that you actually deserved, or focusing on your passions, focusing on your purpose, this is something that people are seeing within you. It seems like you're taking your time now when it comes to dating. Or when it comes to committing, at least. Like maybe you are dating, but you're not committing to every person, or you're not as committed. Some people feel like you're more solid and stable on your own. It's really free-spirited energy. I feel like a lot of people are viewing you as charming and intellectual and charismatic, and you're the type of person that people want to connect with, but you're not that open to connecting with people. Some people feel like you got a lot of love to give and you're just not giving it out, or at least not giving it out in a romantic manner. Maybe you're giving it out from your creative space, or maybe you're doing something within your work where you're working with other people. People could be feeling like that's what you do now, like you are really particular about who you connect with, but majority of people feel like you were way more focused on being committed or in a relationship in the past. So even if you guys are currently in a relationship, some people feel like you're in a single era. Okay, some of you come off as not wanting to be tied down. Pile 2. So if you do want to be tied down, I personally, I don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. For a lot of you in this pile, you're just waiting for what you want. Like you may have a lot of different options, or you may have a lot of different people that are interested in you. But if you're not going to get what you want, then you're not going to just choose. You're not settling, right? Especially if you are in this like Cinderella phase, like, or if you were Cinderella at some point in time. If you were the type of person that was settling, that was going with the flow or accepting less than because you felt like other people were better than you, now that you know your worth and now that you're around more high caliber people, it seems like you're a bit more choosy about who you entertain. You're picky now. You have a standard. You have a certain type of structure you want in dating. You have a certain level of freedom that you desire. Like some of you could have been real tied down, whether you were married or in like a very controlling commitment, or I don't know. I do feel like there are people that feel like you have like this newfound lease on life. Like maybe there's a different type of spark that's been lit in you. All right. Like I don't think people view you as being sad or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of people want to shoot their shot at you or date you or talk to you because they view you as being relationship material. Some people really love your body, pal. Pile 2. I'm picking up on a lot of body, especially if you're a masculine in this pile, or there's a masculine with a really nice body that likes your body. But yeah, I'm picking up on this energy of people like really looking at you and viewing you as someone that they would want to be with. They feel like you're way more self-aware. They feel like you're someone that, you know, journals. They feel like you're the type of person that is way more particular about who you choose to give your energy to. And this is very attractive to them. So how people are perceiving your growth is that you leveled up and you got more choosy. Okay. Like they might feel like you're acting brand new, but I don't feel like you're acting brand new. I just feel like you know better. So you're doing better. All right. So that's what's coming up for my pile 2. Pile 2. I hope that made sense. Let me see. Is there anything else? People may also feel like you're in your purpose now. So again, if you didn't know if you were in your purpose in the past, or if you were super focused on love and wasn't focused on your own individual life purpose or growth or whatever it is, now it looks like you are in alignment with your North Node or with your purpose. And people are, you know, intrigued by this, and people are really rooting you on because of this. But they also recognize that it takes a lot to be by your side while you're in this energy, because, you know, maybe you guys have like a North Node where you benefit from being a bit more focused on yourself, or being in this like free spirited energy, or there's just something here where it's like you're choosing at this time to focus more on yourself before you commit to anyone while you're in your purpose. And this is what's being highlighted. All right. Some people, I'm not going to lie, on the darker side of this, some people may even feel like now that you know who you are, or now that you're in this phase of like being more choosy, you could be in like a cheater energy. Some people may feel like you're a cheater. Like instead of being super committed or focused on being in commitment energy, locking down with a certain type of partner or being in a traditional relationship, some people feel like you don't want commitment, or, you know, even though I'm picking up that you may be particular about who you commit to, some people may just feel like you don't want commitment at all. Like maybe you got your heart broken, or you went through something toxic in the past and now you just don't want any parts of love. But I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like some people are perceiving you wrong, but majority of these people do want to take a chance on you. So that's what I'm picking up on. If this reading resonated, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Also check out the channel songs. Talk to you guys later. Hi, Pile 3. You're the pile that chose image 3. Pile 3, your pile is really funny to me. Your pile is really funny to me. You tell me if it's funny to you. It's actually funny to me, but it may not be funny. It may not be funny to everybody in this pile. Some of you guys may actually be like, damn, like, I don't want people to view me this way. But I mean, this is how they view you because you have changed a lot. Before we actually get into your message, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 8. I'm seeing 18. I'm seeing 36. I'm seeing 30. I'm seeing 9. I'm seeing 41. Somebody in here could be a Leo or a Virgo. Somebody could be a Sagittarius or a Pisces, Virgo, or Libra. Somebody could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, a Pisces or an Aries, Virgo and Libra again. Somebody could be a Taurus or Gemini. Somebody could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius, Capricorn, or Sag, Gemini, Capricorn again. All right, these are the most prevalent signs in this pile. Could be in your chart, could be the people that are currently perceiving your growth. Now, in this pile, there's definitely a major shift that is currently going on in your life, or that has gone on, that people have noticed. Pile 3. There's a release of the past, an acceptance of who you are, a reclamation of your power. This is what I'm getting. Some of you have moved from chaotic spaces into your soul tribe, or finding the right people, or there's something here about some of y'all could have even came from like very toxic upbringings, households, things like that, toxic jobs, whatever it is. And you may have left these places behind to find the right people to be around, or you currently are doing this. I feel like in the past, a lot of people view you as someone that like went through a lot and had to continue alchemizing that energy, or had to continue finding hope in the future. Some of you could have been chasing love in the past, or was waiting for life to decide for you rather than you making decisions for yourself. Like there's something here about being less in control of yourself. Could have even been striving to control other people. Pile, yeah. Pile 3. Some people may have felt like you were people pleasing, right? Some people don't realize that people pleasing can be seen as a form of manipulation. So some people could have felt like you were manipulating them in the past. And whether you know it or not, if you were being overly giving, they were like, oh, this person wants me to like them so much, or this person wants to be around me so much, or, you know, this person is trying to come off a certain way because they want to just be accepted. Like there's something here about people feeling like you were comfortable in the chaos that you were either raised in or that you were around. But now, pile 3, I'm not gonna lie, like I almost feel like you have become the chaos for people. And that's why I laughed. Not because this is funny, like chaos is funny, but more so because I actually think there's a lot of people who are afraid of who you are now, who are afraid of the growth that you've achieved. Because it looks like many of these people are seeing what you're doing, seeing how you're growing, seeing how you're moving, may not even know what you're doing. Some of you are moving in silence. Some of y'all are moving in silence. And it's almost like these people know that you're growing, know that you're gaining, know that you're changing, but they can't see what's going on with you. But when I say people could be getting karma right now, people are getting karma. People are getting karma. Pile 3. There are people in your energy that are so surprised by the way that you've shifted, by the lack of control that they have. And it's funny because, like I said, there was an energy here in the past of you possibly trying to gain control by being liked. But now that you're not looking to be liked or validated, there's this part of you. I feel like somebody has tapped into like a darker energy. So you like, if you were fighting to be seen as like, if you were fighting to be accepted in the past, somebody in here has accepted the fact that they just won't be accepted by everybody. And for some reason, this is scaring people. This is scaring people. This is scaring people. Like, this is making people nervous. They are surprised by the fact that you don't want to work with them, that you don't want to be with them, that you're not trying to work to be with them, or that you're not trying to compete with them, that you're not obsessing over who they're around, what they're doing. Like, something about your energy has shifted in a way where now people are viewing you as sneaky. I think if any of you are into spirituality, people think that you're throwing stuff their way. So I would tell you to up your protection, especially if you aren't someone that is throwing things people's way. Like, literally, you could be doing, you know what, in this pile, and I know somebody that might choose this pile. You could be doing return to senders, pile 3. You might not be doing magic on anybody, but you're doing return to senders. If you're returning energy back to the people that are sending it to you, like if you're just literally, and even if you're not physically doing any return to sender candles or petitions, anything like that, if you're just in a space where you're just like, I release all negative energy, I send that energy back, you've been clearing your space, whatever it is, these people are feeling what they've projected onto you and they don't like it. They really don't like it. This could be family members. This could be lovers. This could be all kinds of people. I feel like there's a lot of people that did not appreciate you before that really appreciate you now, that really wish they did appreciate you back then before you changed, before you stepped into this energy. Because this energy that you're in right now, this is not an energy that people even might not even want to approach, to be quite honest. I don't feel like you're super scary in this pile. Some of you could come off a bit scary, but I don't even think that it's you being super scary. It's just the fact that the switch was so significant. Like the way you were able to cut off situations that did not serve you is making other people perceive you as scary. The way that other people feel like they can't abuse you anymore, trigger warning. The way people feel like they can't abuse or manipulate you anymore, pile 3, is scaring them. The way you possibly are growing and they have no idea how or why or where you're growing. Like, there's something here about people seeing you level up or survive and keep making way and moving forward. These people are viewing you as very mystical and magical. You know, like a fairy, like a witch, like a mystical creature, a siren. Like, I'm getting all these mystical things. Maybe some of you guys are into these things. You're into spirituality. You're into metaphysical things. You're into things that other people may potentially demonize. I feel like if you've moved away from people that did not understand this and you've embraced these aspects of yourself, there are a lot of people who are currently perceiving your growth as scary, confusing, you know, hard to explain, hard to define. They don't get it. Yeah, they don't get it. And some of y'all are so attractive, masculine or feminine in this pile, so attractive, so scary. There's things that you've spoken into existence that these people are like shook about. Either about your own success that you spoke about, like you've called certain things into your reality, and now these people are like, wow, this person really did this. Or there's things that you may have said to other people at times in their life. Like, let's say you were cutting people off or leaving people behind. There's things that you may have said to people that at the time they didn't listen to. They didn't hear you. They didn't understand it. But now they hear it, they understand it, and they damn near think you casted something over them. And some of y'all might have. Some of y'all might have. Some of y'all might have. Some of y'all, I don't feel like it was intentional, but, you know, somebody did you dirty. Some of y'all could have been like, you know, and I don't think you'll ever find love in this state that you're in, or the next person you come into contact with will be your karma. Boo. You might have said something like that to somebody, and I feel like somebody is getting that karma. Like, they're in it now, and they're looking at you like, what did they do? Like, what did they do to me? Why did they do this to me? What did they send to me? I don't think you sent anything anybody's way. If you did, you know that. But for a lot of you, I'm getting like all you did was return it. The evil eye that people are sending you, you returned it. The ill wishes and all that stuff that people send your way, you returned it. I'm hearing tenfold. Some of y'all sent it back tenfold. Now people getting 10 times the evil they sent your way. And this is really scaring these people. For somebody in here, you could be tiny. You could be a shorter person, or you could be tinier in stature. Even if you're not tiny, you could have been viewed as tiny to these people. Like, maybe they felt like they had more money than you, more power than you, more authority than you at some point in time. But it's like, no more, no longer. The energy is shifted. The energy is shifted. And these people are shook. Shook. For real. So how are people perceiving your growth? Ominous. People think that your growth is ominous. People think that your growth is spooky. People think that your growth is indescribable. But for the right crowd of people, they love it. A lot of people think that you've reclaimed your power. I'm getting a strong like a dark goddess type of vibe. So if any of you work with like goddesses, or even if you don't work with certain goddesses, I'm getting like some of you just have that energy about you. Maybe you have a strong Lilith placement. Maybe there's certain aspects in your chart that would be seen as a little bit more spooky, all right, or a little bit darker, or whatever it is. There's something here about you coming off like in your power and unapologetic. And these people really are attracted to you, are really magnetized by you, are a bit afraid of you. And they just don't get it. So that's how people are currently perceiving your growth. Pile 3. Hopefully that made sense. This is for masculines and feminines, by the way. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. And I talk to you guys later. Hi, pile 4. You're the pile that chose image 4. Before we actually get into your pile, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 33, 1, 19, 7, 19 again. Somebody could be seeing 1919. Somebody could be born on the 19th. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing another 19, y'all. You got 3 19s, 19, 19, 19. Could also be 10, 10, 10. Somebody could be seeing 10, 10s, things like that. Wow, interesting. Somebody could be a June Cancer or a Gemini. Somebody could be an Aquarius or a Capricorn. Someone could be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Moon in specific. Someone could be a Scorpio or a Libra. Someone could be a Cancer or a Leo. I'm also seeing Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, Capricorn, Aquarius too. Now, interesting. I know I already said that. Oh, also, before I got into your pile, I was hearing that song that's like something about confidence, baby. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that is. Something about confidence, baby. I've seen it on social media. I don't know. I don't even really know if I got the harmony right, but or the melody, whatever. But there's something here about confidence. Your confidence is different. Your confidence has changed. Pile 4. I think that a lot of people are viewing you differently than they did in the past, for sure. And the way that your confidence has changed is, so somebody in here, I don't want to offend you. Please don't be offended. Pile 4. But there's something here about you. It's either one or two things. Somebody here in here, you didn't have any game in the past. No riz at all. I'm getting somebody in here, you didn't have much riz, or you didn't have much game. And for some reason, like maybe you were the type of person that focused more on, I don't know, It's almost like I don't think that everybody in here didn't have charm or wasn't attractive or anything like that. Just because you weren't pulling people or had game or didn't have game doesn't mean that you weren't attractive. For some of you, it's just that you weren't looking for anything. You weren't looking for love. You weren't fighting for love. You weren't trying to entertain love. You weren't trying to entertain anybody. Like, I'm getting like, you just didn't want that. You didn't want that. You were more controlled. You were more, or not, or if not controlled, you were more passive. Yes. Somebody in here could have been way more passive in the past. And kind of like, you weren't looking. You weren't looking for anything. I don't feel like anybody in here was looking for anything. Maybe you were more focused on your money in the past, or maybe you were more focused on past things. Like, I'm just getting like you were focused on the past. Now, how your energy is showing up now, you're in control. Somebody in here, you're definitely in control, to the point where it's like, if in the past people were viewing you as prey, you are now the predator. Okay. I'm even getting to like, it's not that you didn't have the potential to be seen as someone that could charm people in the past, but it was like some of you were just like not using it. Like some of you were, it's like untapped potential. There's something that you weren't utilizing in the past that you are currently using that people are viewing as Riz. They're almost like scared to be around you. People are intimidated by you. Not scared in a way where you're like actually scary, but some of y'all could have like got finer for real. Some of you are aging backwards. Some of you have gotten finer. Some of y'all are in new crowds of people. Some of you are more independent than you were in the past. Some of you are more confident with your style than you were in the past. Like some of you grew out of an awkward phase is what I'm getting. Yeah. You grew out of an awkward phase and now people are attracted to you. They feel like you've let go of a lot of things. Could be a certain mindset that you've let go of. Could be certain people that you've let go of. Could have been self-limiting beliefs, insecurities, whatever it is. And now you are coming off as confident. I'm even getting like some of you may not have been as open in the past. Like, maybe you weren't the type of person that would flirt with people or would be I don't know, confident enough to ask somebody out or make a move or, use your charm. Like if it isn't about you asking people out per se, some of y'all know that you're attractive now to the point where it's like, you say things and get your way, or you have the potential to do this. And this is how people are perceiving you. Like in the past, you were more like, you know what I'm getting? Okay. If you are, especially if you're a feminine in this pile, if you were the type of feminine or woman, whoever you are in this pile, that maybe previously worked really hard for things, right? Worked really hard, really was aiming to be the best worker possible. You were really trying to prove to people that you were worthy of what you wanted or whatever it was. Maybe even for masculines in here. Some of y'all could have been working real hard on being viewed as a hard worker, money maker, all of these different things. I'm not saying that your drive has changed. I'm just getting that some of you are utilizing your pretty privilege now. Somebody in here is very attractive, or you have a great personality, or you are very magnetic. There's something about you that is captivating people, and people are noticing that you're taking advantage of this. You're using it to your advantage more than you have in the past. Like if you were attractive and people were like, you're so attractive, why don't you, use that more often? Why don't you accentuate that? And you were like, no, I'd rather be focused on this, or I'd rather be da da da. Now it's like, oh, oh, like I'm getting like, people are like, oh, like, you don't even care. Like you're just doing your thing. You're just being fine just to be fine, huh? And I feel like you're almost like, I don't know. You're almost like, yeah. If somebody asks you, like, it's giving me like the Mean Girl scene where it's like, you're really pretty. Do you think you're pretty? Or whatever she says. I feel like some of you, if somebody asked you right now, like, do you think that you're attractive? You would be like, yes. In the past, maybe you would have been like, oh, yes, when I look my best or on a certain type of day or whatever it is. Like, no, the people in this pile, if somebody asked you, like, are you confident about who you are? You would say yes. You would be like, if somebody said, if somebody said something like, I don't know, I almost get the vibe where like if people were like, what would you say about this, or how would you compare yourself? I feel like you're like, I don't compare myself to people, you know, like you're in your own lane. And I'm not getting this in like an egoic way. I don't feel like you're in your ego. Pile 4. Some of y'all might have a little ego, but I'm getting like not all of you. All of you aren't in your ego. Some of you are in a space where it's like it's a healthy amount of ego. Ego's not a bad thing. You know who you are now. So because you know who you are, because you've made these moves, because you've found a balance between what you know of yourself to be able to do and the potential that you have that you're working towards, there's like this energy here of silent confidence, like knowing that you're confident, you know? And in the past, maybe you did know that you were confident too, but there was a part of you that like, I don't know, was like a little bit more intimidated by people. You don't come off as intimidated by people. This is the energy of someone that like in the past you may have hurried up and scurried out of a room or hurried up and moved out of a space because you didn't want people to see you or you didn't want to get in other people's way. And now your vibe is like slowly walking into rooms because you want people to see you, because you don't really care about how people view you, because you're unbothered. This is attractive. People feel like life has gotten easier for you. Even if you don't feel like life has gotten easier for you. Like if you're like, no, like some of you are like, I've always been this confident. Now people are noticing. Some of you are like, I've always been this fine. Now people are noticing. Some of you are like, you know, I don't know. There's a part of your current energy or persona that comes off like life is just not as hard for you anymore. Like now that you've let go of the past or how you viewed yourself in the past, life looks easier. You have became the big fish in a small pond, or you have became the big fish. Like if people felt like you were a small fish before, like now you're a shark type vibes. Yeah. And they definitely, you want to know what's funny? They always wanted to talk to you. People always wanted to talk to you. People were always interested in you. People always found you attractive. I don't want to say people in the past were always like judging you either. Like I said, I'm not getting that you were like, this isn't giving me the vibe of someone that was being bullied. Okay. This is the vibe of someone that did not know their full potential. And now you know your full potential, or now you know your potential, or now you know how great you are. Now you know you got Riz. Now you know that like, it's almost like if you had a personality in the past, now your physical appearance is matching your personality, or if not your physical appearance, your confidence is there and people are noticing. Like it's like, oh, she always been fine, but now she knows she fine. Or he always been fine, but now he knows he's fine. They always were cool, but now they know they cool. They know they're attractive. They lead with their attractiveness, you know? They're not acting like, oh, I'm so shy. Like, I don't know. Like, no, like some of y'all are like, I'm hot. I'm hot. Okay. I'm hot. Like, I'm getting like, some of y'all are like, some of you walk in the room, you say, I'm hot. Somebody's like, do you need anything? Like, I'm getting like, some of you have people like at your beck and call. Or this is what people perceive. People feel like a lot of people want you now. Because you know that you are a big deal. Or you just know that you don't need to hide anymore. You don't need to rely on other people as much as you used to anymore. You don't need to rely on other people for validation. Okay? And me saying all of this does not mean that you are like wearing skimpy clothes or wearing, you know, doing more or being super. Some of you could be wearing less or showing more or whatever it is. And no judgment to you. I feel like that is definitely attractive. People are noticing this. But for others of you, it has nothing to do with your like physical clothes. Like there's something here about your energy that has shifted and people are noticing this. Like because your energy has shifted, they're like, whoa. This person knows themselves. This person is confident in who they are. This person is aligning with the right type of people and they are, you know, in power. You're in charge now. You're in power. You are. I feel like there's still a little hint of like shyness to you, which people really like. They think that's cute. Or they can tell that there's a part of you that like may still question how attractive you are, but whoever you are now, people are like, no, this is who you always have been, or this is who you were supposed to be. Like, now you know who you are. Now you recognize that you are a spiritual being just as much as you are a physical human. Like, some of you are really owning like this like goddess, God type of vibe. Like, some of y'all are in this type of energy, and this is very attractive. So that's all that I have. I'm getting like you're enjoying your life more. Yeah, some of y'all come off like you're enjoying your life more. Like, everything's real chill now. You're real cool. Like, you've been cool. Okay? So, yeah, like if you were uptight in the past, now you guys are real cool and people like this. So, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Also, check out the channel songs. Talk to you guys later. Hi, Pile 5. You are the pile that chose image 5. Before we actually get into your pile, let's name the numbers and signs that are most relevant for you. I'm seeing 44, 6, 17, 10, 3, and yep, that's all I'm seeing number wise. Somebody could be a Leo or Virgo. Somebody could be a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Capricorn Moon in specific. Someone could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Cancer. I'm seeing Scorpio, Aries. Somebody is a Leo, a Virgo, Scorpio, or Libra, Pisces, or Aries. Could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. Aquarius moon in specific. Someone could also be a Libra, Leo, Taurus, or Gemini. These are the signs that are most relevant in this pile. Could be yours, could be the people that are currently perceiving your growth. Before I got into your pile, I was hearing whim whammy. I was hearing whim whammy. Somebody in here, if you know what whim whammy is, then that is relevant for you. I don't know why I was hearing that. I'm like, oh, somebody is turned. Now, this is the thing though. I don't know if that's a past energy of yours or a new energy that's going on for you, but pile 5, I feel like people are currently perceiving you as entering a winning season of your life. I'm getting like spiritual warrior type of vibes. Like, some of you guys have gone through a lot. Some of you have gone through a lot, and could be internally or externally. Like, there's a lot of energy here around having gone through many karmic cycles, many karmic relationships, possibly many karmic situations that left you feeling like you had to juggle a lot or needed to find control of your life. Like, your life could have felt a little out of control in the past. Pile 5, I'm not gonna lie, somebody in here, your life could have felt a bit messy, or somebody who is currently perceiving you may have seen you during a period of time where you were a bit more chaotic, a bit more messy, a little less discerning, a little less authentic even. Like, maybe you didn't fully know yourself or know what you wanted. Some of y'all really didn't have it in you to continue fighting for certain things as well. Like, I feel like you may have been the type of person that would give up very easily, or like victim mentality, all these different things. That's an old version of you. This is not how you're being perceived right now. The people in your energy may have seen this version of you though, or these are people that remember a time where things were just darker for you. And I'm even getting the energy of someone that like was keeping up facade. So like, even if things weren't the best, you had people feeling like, you know, whammy, like you were just living your life, doing your thing, and people didn't know what was going on, whether things were going well, whether you were just, you know, partying for the sake of partying, or partying because you were trying to suppress certain feelings, things that were going on. Were you serial dating because you were trying to ignore your pain, or were you really trying to look for love? Like, there's all these different vibes I'm getting off of this pile. But now how people are currently viewing you is disciplined. People feel like you're disciplined, or you're becoming more disciplined. People feel like whatever work you've been putting into yourself, into a business, into your hobbies, and I just saw 333 on the timestamp, into anything that you view as important, there's this energy here of people feeling like you have broken the barriers that were keeping you stuck, and now you're on the other side and you're thriving. You've learned a lesson. You've earned your stripes is what I'm hearing. Some people feel like you've earned your stripes. Like, again, there's something here about like, you know, with the crown on the kitty. with the crown on the kitty in the image. I'm picking up on this energy where like maybe your crown was a little tilted. Maybe your crown wasn't even fully on just yet. Now you guys are currently in an energy where people are seeing you for the king or queen or emperor or empress that you currently have became. Like you are in this energy now where you're in a high vibe. For some of you, I'm not even getting emperor or empress energy. I'm getting like a hierophant type of vibe. Like some of you are currently in a space where you've learned so much, you could potentially teach people what you've learned, or you've learned so much that you're at the point now where you are a teacher to other people. So again, I don't know what kind of past you had, Power 5, but it feels like maybe you had a really colorful past. And if you did, there's a lot of life that you can tell people about, or a lot of experiences that you've learned from that they would benefit from hearing about. If that's something that you've ever considered sharing with people, you should. Because I feel like you would give people a different perspective on what it is that reclaiming your power means for certain people. Especially if you've dealt with anything super hard. Some of you could even struggled with addiction of some sort, okay? And addiction could be anything. Could be to eating, could be to dating, could be to substances, could be to food, which is eating. Somebody in here, you might have been eating a lot at some point in time. No judgment. But maybe now you're regulating things a bit more, or maybe now you eat healthier, or maybe you're more focused on exercise, or maybe you're someone that is more focused on, some of you are committed. Some of you are looking for a commitment, or some of you are committed to someone. Somebody in here very specific, like you could have gotten married, or you're in a stable relationship right now, or you're looking for a stable relationship right now. And if you are in this energy, again, I feel like a lot of people are viewing this as a win for you because maybe you weren't in this space previously. Some of you were so prideful or so in your ego that you might have enjoyed the confusion of the past. Like you enjoyed the validation that people were giving you, the temporary validation, or the attention that you received from being a bit chaotic, being a bit wild, whatever it is. But now it seems like you're in this space where you are more mature. Somebody in here is definitely more mature than they were, more individual, not following the crowd, or you could have always been the type of person that wasn't following the crowd, but there's something here about like, desiring to be seen or accepted, and maybe doing anything to be seen or accepted in the past. And now it's like, you're not in that space anymore. Okay. Yeah. You're not in that space anymore. You've learned your lesson. I'm also getting somebody has gotten very clear on their standards, their morals, their values. Maybe in the past you didn't have any. Okay. No judgment. Again, no judgment. Somebody in here, you didn't have no standards. You were dating anybody. You didn't have any morals. You were doing anything. You were like, okay. Like people would ask you to do stuff that you really shouldn't have been doing. You were like, okay, like, or people were, coming to you and wanting to date you, and maybe they didn't meet. Maybe they weren't even on your level, but you were just kind of like, okay, like I'll talk to you, I'll sleep with you, I'll deal with you. And now you're way more particular about who you talk to, or, that's not to say that you were always dating bums or dating people that weren't good people, but I'm just getting something about you is definitely more refined is what I'm getting in this pile. Like there's a certain level of refinement that I'm picking up on. Okay. Class, even. Some of you became classier. Somebody in here might be offended. Don't be offended. I feel like this is good. This is good energy. I feel like somebody in here, you have became more classy and refined and particular and intuitive. Like, I want to say you've always been intuitive, but the issue was you wouldn't listen fully to your intuition in the past. Now you guys are trusting your intuition. It's intuition over ego for you. Yeah. So now that it's intuition over ego, you are just very particular about who you're around, the jobs you accept, the things you associate with yourself, the people you associate with. Like, yeah. This is how people are perceiving your growth. They like this. They like that you fought your way out of whatever type of illusions or confusion you were previously in. I'm even getting to some of you, if you weren't the person that was juggling or serial dating or anything like that, some of y'all were dealing with people who was doing this to you, you know? And you were in situations where your outer experiences were reflecting your sadness and your confusion and your insecurity and all these different things. And as soon as you took some time to work on yourself, to face your shadow, it seems like you aligned with a better version of life. Like you don't have to keep experiencing these same cycles if you don't want to. And you also don't need anybody to level yourself up. Like, a lot of you have learned that all you really need is yourself. Even if you are in a relationship, even if you are striving to meet new friends or be around new people or be in a job or whatever it is, some of you don't have any doubt that you wouldn't be able to do it on your own. Like, there's something here about you knowing that you could and you would, and if you wanted to, you can, but you've chosen this path, or you've chosen to do this, or you've chosen to do that, and this is how people are seeing your growth. I do feel like there could be people in your energy that are like, you know, possibly, like, because you could currently be in a whim whammy energy. You could currently be in whim whammy energy. Like, I'm getting like, not everybody is in a whim whammy energy, and it's like, I'm not trying to make it an adjective either, but not everybody was in that energy in the past, and it was like a thing where you were just being like hella ratchet, like hella wild, or, you know, messy, or whatever it is. Some of you were just partying more, and now you're currently partying, but it's like the partying is like, I don't know, you're celebrating your wins. You're not just partying to party, you're celebrating your wins. It's like, if you've earned it, you celebrate it. If it's something worth celebrating, you're celebrating it. Yeah. Yeah. Because you've learned what is important to you. And I don't know, there was something in the past that you were viewing as important. For some of you, like I said, it was other people's validation. It was an ego stroke. It was your pride. There was something that you were putting above your long-term goals that you're no longer making the focal point of your vision. And now that you're not focused on that thing, that person, that plan, whatever it is, you're on to better things. You've moved up. Yeah. Now I'm hearing that Coil Ray song where she's like, she's only doing things that's going to make her elevate or something like that. Yeah, like some of y'all are in that energy. Like, you're like, I'm only doing things that help me elevate. So that's how you're currently being perceived. Your growth is being perceived that way. Very nice energy, Pile 5. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Talk to you guys later. Hi, Pile 6. Last but not least, you're the pile that chose image 6. Before we actually get into your pile, let's get into your numbers and the signs that are most relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 16, 22, 16 again. I'm seeing 16, 16. I'm loving these double numbers and these piles. I can't stress it enough. I don't even know what the cards are fully until I like flip them over and everything. So this is so fun. 1616 could be a relevant angel number for you. Who knows? You also have 38 as relevant, and 44 if I didn't say it already. So somebody could be a Cancer or a Leo. Someone could be a Scorpio. Someone could be an Aries or a Taurus. Someone could be a Leo or a Virgo. Someone could be a 9, 10, 11, could be a Scorpio or Sagittarius. Someone could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio. Okay, these are the most relevant signs in this pile. Could be your signs, could be someone else's. These could be the people that are currently perceiving your growth. This could also be your energy. Pile. What was I channeling? Oh, no. The image of your cat. You got Salem. From Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I love that for you. So I don't know if you guys know that's Salem. That's Salem from the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch, excuse me. So some of you guys could be like 90s babies, 80s babies, even something like that. Early 2000s. I don't know. Also, the quote on the picture is, Wake up, woman. You're not a princess. You're a dragon. Somebody in here. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. You're not a prince. You're not a princess. You're a dragon. Like somebody, your energy is so, I'm hearing intoxicating. The way your growth is currently being perceived is addictive. People are addicted to your energy. Pile 6. Can't stress it enough. There's something here about people being so intrigued by how you're showing up now. Some of you are very smart. I'm getting like somebody in here is like sassy, like whether you're a masculine or a feminine. Some of y'all are real like, don't play with me. Like your boundaries have gotten real clear. I feel like in the past you could have been avoidant of conflict, or there's something here about you not being as open about your opinions or as vocal about what you think, or something about your energy just being more of a peacekeeper even. You were hidden. Some of you were hidden in plain sight. Some of you were hiding yourselves by acting one way. Again, maybe you were acting like a prince. Maybe you were acting like a princess. The whole time you were a mythical creature. You were a mythical creature. Somebody in here, you were not what people thought you were. And it's almost like you've remembered who you were in a past life. Okay. Or some of you, people could have thought that you were one way because at some point in time you were people pleasing, or you were changing yourself to be viewed a certain way for other people around you. But now you're coming back home to yourself. Like if anything, you might be becoming more yourself, more authentic. Either some of you have became more authentic, or you've became more solidified in who you are because of the things you've been through. Okay, that maybe resonate with more people in here than anything. Like, it's not that everybody in here is like, has always been a badass and now they're just more of a badass. That's for some of y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all always been a badass. You're more of a badass now. But no, it's been more so like some of you, life has been hard. Life has been hard. And you've been tested in more ways than one into an energy where you've had to become the highest version of yourself, like anybody else, of course. But in this pile in particular, it's like the way you have gone through some form of a phoenix moment, the way you have died and been reborn. Like, I'm getting somebody in here, you really have changed. You really have changed. Some of you may have even been the type of person that was hiding yourself more in the past. You didn't want to be seen. You had so much light. You had so much light, but you may have been sad, or you may have been shy, or you may have been, again, like playing yourself down. Maybe you were like hiding in the shadows, letting other people shine, or assuming that you weren't as important or as fine as you are. Some of y'all real fine in this pile. I can't lie. A lot of these cards out here are giving me that you're like fine. Yes, like what's up? What's up, file 6? File 6. Your energy is like real, like, I don't know. Like you're getting people's attention. Like if you're not putting yourself out there, put yourself out there, boo. Somebody in here, you need to be on a public like platform. If you're not on a public platform, or if you're not talking to people, if you're not physically moving up in your company, if you're not sharing your gifts with the world, I feel like you're I don't want to say you're wasting a gift, but you might be. If you're not dating right now, if you're not dating right now, file 6, if you're not putting yourself out there dating wise, if you're closed off, if you're like, I don't think anybody likes me, or I don't think anybody's attracted to me, pile 6. People have been waiting. You're the type of person that people have been waiting to see if they are single. People have been waiting to see if you are open. People have been waiting for you to get out of a relationship. People have been waiting for you to, I don't know, like give them the word, show them the way, like let them know what's up. And then they'd be like, okay, I'm open. Like they're waiting for you to make a move. People have been waiting for you to make a move. Yep. People have been waiting for you to forgive them as well. Okay. There could be people in your energy from the past that may have made you mad or something like that. Somebody in here, like, I don't know. Maybe you are a bit witchy. Somebody in here, it's like an energy here. Like somebody could have made you mad. And now it's like they feel like, I don't know. They don't want to be on your bad side. Somebody doesn't want to be on your bad side. People want to be cool with you. People want to talk to you. How are they perceiving your growth? It's like, Again, maybe in the past you didn't complain about when people did things that annoyed you or they did things that were wrong. And now it's like you don't have any issue with speaking out about it. They love that. They love this. They're intimidated by you, but they love this. People feel like they learn a lot from you too. You come off as more generous. You come off as more adventurous. You come off as more free spirited. You come off as more independent. And it's funny because you were still independent in the past, but there's like this vibe here where it was like maybe you were independent, but you weren't as open. Something about you now is more open. And for those of you that are dating, again, like I'm getting, you got like, I'm not telling you to juggle anybody. I'm not telling you to juggle anybody. But some of y'all have more than one person that's interested in you. Others of you, if you're in a relationship currently, people feel like you've met your match. There's somebody in your energy that wants to talk to you. If you're not currently talking to somebody, something about how you're acting is making someone like you. I don't know. Pile 6. Something about your energy is making somebody like you, or it's like making your ex want to come back. It's making something's happening. People are wanting to come back around or say something to you. Pile 6, because it's like I'm getting like some of you are in the cut or like hiding or like you are mysterious. Your energy is a bit mysterious. Why is this here? I didn't even clarify anything in the other piles, but like your energy is kind of hard to describe. It's something about your sexual energy. OMG, y'all. I feel like in the past, I don't know how you were coming off. Maybe you were coming off like you were really closed off. And this isn't to say that you're giving anything to anybody. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, were you too sad to show people that you were attractive? Were you too sad to realize that like you were attractive? Like I'm getting something here about people are perceiving you as like, some of you are getting your groove back. Others of you have like transformed. Yeah. And now you're like getting a lot of people's attention. Some people are viewing you as very healing. However you're loving yourself right now, however confident you come off, people are viewing this as very healing. People are making you the center of attention. You are the center of attention right now. Pile 6. Because you woke up and you realize like you're not a princess that needs to be saved. You're the thing. You're the thing that the person is fighting to save the princess. Like I'm getting like you're the problem, but I'm not getting that you're the problem in a negative way. Like it's like you're not a problem if you choose not to be. But if someone wants to have a problem with you, now you're like, we can have it. Some of y'all are like, we can have a problem. I'll be the problem. Like you're okay with being a headache or stress for people. In the past, you were like, I'm not even going to complain. I'm not even going to say anything. I don't even want to be bothered, like whatever it is. Now it's like you want to be bothered or you want to stir the pot or but I don't feel like you're drama. You're not coming off as drama. It's just like, I feel like your presence alone causes drama. Like, again, this is the vibe of someone that's like, I'm going to hide away because you're not ready for me. Like, you're not ready for my truth, or you're not ready for what I have to say. Or even if you weren't ready, some of y'all weren't ready to say certain things. Some of you weren't ready to act a certain way because you preferred to be hidden. You preferred to be saved. You preferred to be a side character and not a main character, or you wanted to be a main character but you didn't know how to be one, or something like that. Now some of you are in this energy where it's like you can't even hide it anymore. You just are who you are. Yeah. And I feel like this is a long time coming. However your energy is currently, this is a long time coming. And for some of you, you may not resonate with this on your own end, but it's like, this is how people are perceiving you. Like they always knew. There's like this vibe where people are like, we always knew, or, we always saw them this way, or like it was just always there. Like there's this underlying, like, that's what I'm saying with that, like, Pluto energy. Like there's something here about things feeling hidden, energy feeling hidden, sides of you feeling hidden, personality traits being hidden, your looks hiding. Like I'm getting like, if either you didn't see it and now you see yourself, or you were hiding it And now you're being shown. And there's something here about people feeling like super attracted to you, very attracted to you. How are people perceiving your growth? They feel like some of y'all have been physically growing, like in certain body parts. People are viewing your body parts as growing. Others of you, I'm getting like, it's something here about your energy. Your energy has changed and now you are a hot commodity. Yeah, so back then they didn't want you. Now you hot, they all on you. And it's funny because I feel like some of you are more particular. You know, you've always been particular, Pile 6. But now it's like, I don't even know how to describe this energy. You're hard to describe. You're hard to describe. It's like you've always been particular. Now you're like, okay, I'm taking applicants and you're still particular, but it's like the fact that you're even open to people is like, they're like, this is crazy. People are excited. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, people are excited. And you're coming off as very powerful. So again, like in the past, you didn't see your power. Now you see your power. People are eating it up. They're eating it up. They want you to, I don't know. Like I'm getting, people want you to tell them what to do. People are like, show me the way. Lead me. Lead me. They're like, lead me, please. Dominate me, please. Let me know, please. Like there's something here about people wanting you to open up now. Once you give them, I'm getting like, that's why I said intoxicating. Like some of you, it's like once people get a little bit of you, they want the whole thing. So that's how your energy is operating. Like now that you're showing people bits and pieces of yourself, they want the whole thing. However that is defined for you. All right, so that's all that I have for my Pile 6s. Pile 6, this is nice energy. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Talk to you guys later.